we should not get any ideas from sadhana. We shouldn't think, oh, I can do the same, it's all allowed. No, sadhana did it with love. If we do it, it'll be an offense. But when sadhana did it, he did it with love. For instance, Shabari gave the fruits that she had tasted herself. She gave jute bed, right, to Bhagwan Shri Ram. But if we do it, that's a sin. Why? Because our love is very small right now. And we will be very aware, oh, I'm eating this fruit, then I'm giving it to him. That's a no-no, but I'm breaking the rule, but I'm doing it anyway. That's a sin. That's an offense. Shabari was not aware that she's eating first, then she's giving him her jutan. She's not aware. She is completely lost in love. And so when she gives it, he accepts it, and that's her devotion. If we do the same, it's an offense. But he will accept anything and everything. Such is the nature of devotion. And devotion is in all the activities and all the actions. You can practice devotion through every action and through any activity and all activities. In the Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna says again from the chapter 9, this is verse 27, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Arjun, says Shri Krishna, whatever you do, yat karoshi, whatever you eat, yadashnasi, and yet juhosi dadasi yat, whatever charitable work you do, whatever penance you perform, just offer it all to me. I shall make all these worldly activities into acts of devotion. And the devotee says, Maharaj, I'm going to sleep now. Is that an act of devotion too? Because that would be really good. I'm sleeping and practicing devotion? How is that possible? Sleeping is such a worldly activity. And the Supreme Lord says, yes, even that is an act of devotion, if you have the right attitude. If you think, my Lord, I'm going to sleep now, I need to rest my weary body. Tomorrow I hope to wake up in the morning. I shall wake up in the morning, early in the morning, and I will practice devotion to you. I will do my sadhana. So then act of sleeping becomes an act of devotion. And also the devotee says, Maharaj, please appear in my dreams tonight. And he is wanting God to give him darshan in his sleep. So then the action of sleeping becomes an act of devotion. Cooking, act of cooking becomes an act of devotion. The action of cleaning the house, the action of going to the bank and doing the banking, that becomes an act of devotion. The action of going to the mall and shopping for the family, or going grocery shopping, pumping gas in the car, all these actions and more, they all become acts of devotion if we bring God into the mind and offer them all these actions. If we have him in mind as we perform these actions, then all actions are acts of devotion. Devotion is so simple, so easy to do. It's so very easy to do. There's no restriction. Where are you going to practice devotion? How are you going to practice devotion? With what are you going to practice devotion? When you are trying to do devotion to the devtas, when you are offering them oblations and doing yajna for the devtas, then one of them says, I will only accept white color clothes. Another says, you can only offer me red. Another says, you must give me sindoor. Another says, no, I don't want anything red. There are so many demands, they are so picky and choosy, and then they cannot give us the aim, they cannot take us to the ultimate destination. But when we are offering devotion to the Supreme Lord, he is so simple-hearted, he makes it very easy for us to love him. He says there are no restrictions. There is no wrong way of practicing devotion. Do you know what the Bhagavad says? Ye nakena prakarena manah krishne niveshayet. No matter how you do devotion, no matter what means you employ to practice devotion, that method cannot be wrong. I'll accept every method of practicing devotion. Yena kenapyupayena manah Krishne niveshayet. This is Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Meaning the same. Meaning is the same. Both these verses mean the same. My Gurudev Jagatguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj told us of a very intriguing devotee that Shri Maharaj Ji saw in Vrindavan. This man was an old man and he had matted locks. He hadn't brushed or combed his hair in so long. He had matted locks. Hair was all entangled. And he was sitting down in the jungle. He had a broken comb, a comb with many broken teeth, and a cracked mirror in one hand. So mirror in hand, which was cracked, a broken comb with many missing teeth, and he's passing it through his hair, and then he looks at his face, and then he combs his hair, looks at his face. Shri Maharaj Ji knew with Krishna. My Shyam Sundar may come any moment, so I'm always trying to look down, and he was saying, so all down, when will you come, my beloved? He would cry out. Anyone crying for his beloved, and he was always trying to look his best. Shri Maharaj Ji told us this story and said, do the Vedas and Vedic scriptures say that you should have a comb and mirror in your hand and that's how you do devotion? No. But every method is accepted. Every method is acceptable. There was another example of a devotee, a male, and he was running through Vrindavan looking for his beloved. Shyam Sundar, where are you? And his hair got stuck in the thorny bushes. He was not trying to get out. He wasn't trying to untangle his hair. Somebody came along and said, Babaji, you are very lazy and careless. Your hair is entangled in the bushes and you're not trying to do anything to get out. And let me help you then. And Babaji said, don't you dare. I am a woman, I am a gopi, and I do not allow anyone but my beloved to touch me. You're not my Shyam Sundar, so don't you dare touch me. Shyam Sundar himself will come and he will disentangle. Entangled, he is the one who will disentangle me. Now, what kind of bhakti is this? But it's a wonderful way of doing bhakti. No matter how you do bhakti, it's acceptable to Shri Krishna. That is the main message. Yena kena prakarena manah Krishna niveshayet. Somebody is dancing for Krishna and the people looking at this person says, oh well, look, she's trying to show off. She's a good dancer, she's trying to show off. No, and she's thinking, I'm dancing for my Shyam Sundar. There's a woman cooking a meal and someone says, wow, she really loves her family. She cooks so many delicacies. But in her heart of hearts, she's cooking for her family, no doubt. That's the external action she is performing. But inwardly, she's cooking for Shri Krishna. She's thinking, oh Shyam Sundar, won't you come today and taste this gulab jamun, this masala dosa, this payasam? Won't you come and accept this food that I'm cooking for you? And that act of cooking is an act of devotion. Make no mistake about it. You can never tell who is practicing devotion. Oh, but he's just driving. That teenager, he's just driving. No, he's practicing devotion. How? Someone told me this. He said, I used to get really frustrated because the car in front of me would go slow and I would say, please, hurry up, I've got places to go. Then he said, I started thinking, no, Radha Rani is driving that car. Then I became very tolerant. And I said, Radha Rani, please, take your time. Take your time. I have all the time in the world. So the attitude changed. Now he's not driving. He's practicing devotion. See how a switch makes an act of worldly action into an act of devotion? Devotion, the practice of devotion is easier than we think. We have so much freedom, so much freedom. There are no restrictions. And the devotion that Jagatguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj has taught the world, and there I'm also teaching this because of his instruction. It is called Raganuga Bhakti. There is Vadhi Bhakti, there is Raganuga Bhakti. Vadhi Bhakti is difficult because you have to look at small little rules and restrictions. Today is Ekadashi, you must observe Ekadashi. And if you've eaten by mistake some grain, then you've committed an offense. Now you must do Tulsi Puja. Now you must do this puja. Now you must do this. You must do this with this hand, not with that hand. A lot of little rules and restrictions. They're not wrong, but they are very difficult those rules are difficult to observe, and they come in the way of our devotion. Now I want to be doing Chintan of God, but no. Now you have to open your eyes and you have to do this puja, then that puja. Then I can't do Rup Dhyan. No, but you have to do this. This is Vadhi Bhakti. That's tough. So Raganuga is very easy. It's based on interest. Say that I should love him. I love him because he's mine. And just like a mother does not love her